Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful crochet headband using the Open Shell Crochet Stitch. It's a quick and beginner friendly project and a great way to use up leftover yarn. Let's get started. To make this headband you will need some yarn. This project is perfect if you have some leftover yarn laying around. You will also need a crochet hook. I'm using a 3mm hook. In addition to that, you will need a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle for weaving in the ends. To start off, you will make a slip knot. The way I do it is by wrapping the yarn around my middle finger and index finger like this, making sure the yarn crosses over itself and forms an X. Then I place the yarn under my pinky finger to hold it in place. Next, I grab my crochet hook and go under the first strand of yarn. Then I catch the second strand and pull it through to form the slip knot. Now we are going to make the foundation chain. The number of chains should be a multiple of 7, and then you add 5 extra chains at the end. You can adjust the size to fit your own head, but for my headband I started with 70 chains and then added 5 more. That gives a total of 75 chains. Now I'm adding the last 5 chains. When you're finished with your foundation chain, it's time to start row 1. Yarn over and skip 4 chains. Make a double crochet into the 5th chain. When inserting your hook, make sure to only grab the top loop of the chain. Pull the yarn through the loop you went into, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops, and there you have a double crochet. The 4 chains we skipped will count as a double crochet and a chain 1. Now chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then skip 6 chains. Make a double crochet into the 7th chain. Chain 3. And make another double crochet into the same stitch you just worked into. Here you can see that we get a V-stitch, which is a double crochet, chain 3 and another double crochet all into that same stitch. We're going to repeat this pattern until the end of the row. Chain 4, skip 6 chains and make a V-stitch into the 7th chain, meaning a double crochet, chain 3 and a double crochet into that same stitch. And this is how it should be looking so far. From now on, just keep repeating the same pattern. Chain 4, skip 6 chains, and make a V-stitch into the 7th chain. Keep repeating this until you reach the end of the row, and I'll meet you there. Now I'm at the end of the row and I have just finished a V-stitch. This is what it should look like after repeating the pattern several times. When you get to the last 7 chains, we are ready to finish the row. Chain 4, skip 6 chains, and make a double crochet into the 7th chain, which is the last one. We want to end the row the same way we started it. Since we began with a chain 4 that counted as a double crochet plus 1 chain, we will do the same here. So chain 1 and make 1 more double crochet into that same stitch. And that's it, row 1 is now complete. This is how it should look so far. To start row 2, begin by chaining 3. This will count as your first double crochet. Then, turn your work. At the beginning here, we have a chain 1 space. In that space, we are going to make 3 double crochets. Next, we have a chain 4 space. Into this space, make a single crochet. To make a single crochet, insert your hook into the space, yarn over and pull the yarn through. Then yarn over again and pull through both loops on your hook. Now we have reached a V-stitch. In the chain 3 space of the V-stitch, we are going to make 7 double crochets. After that, you will find another chain 4 space. Into this space, make a single crochet. You can already see the shell pattern starting to take shape. Once again, you will reach another V-stitch. Into the chain 3 space, make 7 double crochets. From here, just keep repeating the pattern. Make 1 single crochet into each chain 4 space and make 7 double crochets into each chain 3 space of the V-stitches. Keep going and I will meet you at the end of the row. After making a single crochet into the last chain 4 space, we are ready to finish the row. We will end the row the same way we started it. Since we began with a chain 3 and 3 double crochets, we will now finish with 4 double crochets into this last space. Here is what it should look like after finishing the first 2 rows. For row 3, we're going to start by chaining 4. Turn your work and then make a double crochet into that very first stitch. This will count as 1 double crochet plus a chain 1. Next, chain 4. Now we're going to repeat the V-stitches from row 1, but this time we'll place them into the 4th double crochet stitch of the shell from the previous row. So make a double crochet into the 4th stitch. That's the middle stitch of the shell in the group of 7 double crochets. Then, chain 3 and make another double crochet into that same stitch. You can see how the new V-stitch lines up perfectly with the one from the first row. From here, just keep repeating the pattern. Chain 4, then make a V-stitch into the 4th stitch of the next shell. Remember, a V-stitch is 1 double crochet, chain 3 and another double crochet all into that same stitch. Repeat this all the way across the row and I'll meet you at the end. When you've completed your last V-stitch of the row, chain 4. To finish the row, make a double crochet into the top of the chain 3 from the previous row. We're ending the row the same way we started it, with a double crochet, a chain 1, and another double crochet. So after your first double crochet, chain 1 and then make another double crochet into that same stitch. Now row 3 is complete, and this is how it should look so far. The new V-stitches are now placed right above the shells from the row below. To continue the pattern, simply repeat rows 2 and 3 until you reach your desired length. To finish off the body of the headband, we're going to make a row of chains along the top to match the foundation chain we started with at the bottom. In total, I made 6 rows for my headband, which gives me 3 full shell rows, but you can make yours as long or as short as you like. I've just finished row 6, which means I ended up with 4 double crochets in the last space. To begin the top chain row, start by chaining 1. Turn your work and make a single crochet into that very first stitch. Now we're going to chain 7. Then, into the 4th double crochet stitch of the next shell, make a slip stitch. This should be the middle of the shell. To make a slip stitch, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull through both the stitch and the loop on your hook. Chain 7 and slip stitch into the 4th double crochet stitch of the next shell. Keep going by chaining 7 and making a slip stitch into the middle of the next shell. Repeat this pattern until you reach the end of the row. When you've made your last slip stitch, chain 7 one final time. To finish the row, make a single crochet into that top of the chain 3 from the previous row. And that's it, the body of your headband is now complete. And this is how it should look like. Now it's time to work on the sides of the headband. We'll start by making a row of single crochets along one of the short edges. There aren't exact stitches to work into here, so just insert your hook wherever you can along the edge. Pay attention to which side you're working on, because we'll repeat this process on the other side later. I'm currently working on the wrong side of the headband, which you can tell by looking at the shells. Work single crochets all the way to the end. I made 13 single crochets, but if your headband is longer or shorter, just adjust it to fit yours. For the next row, chain 1 and turn your work. Make 1 single crochet into each stitch, except for the last 2 stitches. When you get to the last 2 stitches, we're going to decrease. To do that, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Then, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over again and pull through. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's 1 decrease done. After this row, I went from 13 stitches down to 12. For the next row, chain 1 and turn your work. Again, make a single crochet into each stitch except for the last 2, where you'll make another decrease. You'll keep repeating this. Single crochet across the row and decrease in the last 2 stitches. With each row, your stitch count will go down by 1. This will slowly narrow the headband. When you only have 3 stitches left, make 1 single crochet, then decrease the last 2 stitches. Chain 1 and turn your work. On this row, you'll only have 2 stitches, so just make 1 decrease into those 2 stitches. Now you'll be left with 1 stitch, and this is where we'll begin creating the straps for the headband. Chain 1 and turn your work. To make the straps, we're going to use the foundation single crochet method. This means we'll create both the chain and the single crochet stitch at the same time. Start by inserting your hook into the 1 stitch that's left. Yarn over and pull through. You now have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the first loop to make the chain. Then yarn over again and pull through both loops to finish the single crochet. Now when you flip it over, you'll see a little V shape. That's the chain we just made. The chains sit at the bottom while the single crochets sit on top. To continue, insert your hook into both loops of that chain. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over again and pull through the first loop to make the chain. Then yarn over and pull through both loops to finish the single crochet. You're simply going to repeat this. Insert your hook into the chain, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through 1 loop to create the chain. Then yarn over and pull through 2 to complete the single crochet. It gets easier and faster once you get the hang of it. Keep going until your strap reaches the length you want. It should be long enough to tie the headband at the back. When your strap is the length you want, cut the yarn and pull it through to fasten off. Now the first side of your headband is done, and this is how it should look. Now we're going to repeat the same process on the other side of the headband. As I mentioned earlier, I crocheted the first side with the wrong side of the headband facing up, so I'll do the same for this side to keep it consistent. Just to show you the difference, this is the wrong side and this is the right side. To start on the second side, make a slip knot and set it aside for a moment. Then grab your hook and insert it wherever you can at the start of the edge. Place the slip knot on your hook, tighten it and pull it through. Chain 1 to secure it in place and tighten the end. Now go into that same stitch and make your first single crochet. Keep inserting your hook wherever you can along the edge and continue making single crochets all the way to the end. Since I made 13 single crochets on the first side, I'll do the same here to keep it symmetrical. After this row, just continue with rows of single crochet, but remember to make 1 decrease at the end of each row, just like we did on the other side. Do this until you're left with 1 stitch, and that's where the second strap will be. When you finish the second strap and it matches the length of the first one, cut the yarn and pull it through to fasten off. This is how it should look. Now your headband is almost done. All that's left is to weave in the ends. Once you've woven in all the ends, this is how your headband should look.
And that's it, your headband is all done. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more crochet projects. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.